hours in a while.
Do you want to hop on this W2K? I turned the volume down so I can
I'm already
play it.
on it.
Good, because I
I'm
can
already
play and
on it. I'm
talk.
just editing myself.
Look at I just got a notification we went live. Let me pull up over here. Why was I watching Tammy's showcase? There we go. Wait, editing what?
My attire. I'm just
Ah,
changing the color of some things.
all right. So, Undisputed Arguments podcast back like we never left because we haven't. We just people been busy. Um, to start off with, let's you will not be seeing Mr. Not Jack for a while because he went to the army. So unless he gets a PlayStation 4 between now and whenever he's done, which would be in about 16, 18 weeks, you may not see him. Unless he gets a PS4 while in boot camp. Which is, I'm not going to say it's highly unlikely because he
Unheard
told me,
of.
yeah, it's unheard of. It's not unlikely. I heard they got PS5s down there.
Oh, how the hell would they have them?
I mean, you
Well,
can't,
why
like,
wouldn't they?
I mean, about to say, you can't be, I mean, I know they're down there for business, but I mean, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It has to be funny that his name's Jack too. Oh, and speaking of which, without not Jack here, I have a co-host. Introduce yourself.
A new co-host.
Is it new? Have you never been on the? Have you ever? You have been on a
No, I
podcast.
have. No, I have.
Okay, well, co-host,
I have been
introduce
on a
yourself.
podcast.
Introduce yourself.
Thoughts King or Styles, whatever you want to say.
All right, so we're gonna start. We're gonna start this one. We're gonna start this podcast up hot and steamy
You say we talk about every level left, but why are we reintroducing ourselves?
because the podcast. You got to introduce yourself to a podcast. Let people know to let people know who's talking,
Okay,
especially
for the
on the
newbies.
playback, and to let them know that you should like the video. If anyone decides to come in live, we do this live. So go on a live stream or comment when the VOD comes up. And Styles, anything else you want to say?
No.
Speaking of which, let me like my own. Let me like my own video. All right. So, like I said, we're gonna start us off hot and steamy. So, Styles is. I'm gonna need you to bear with me because I'm about to. I'm gonna start us off crazy, but I'm gonna get to a point. Okay? Bear with me.
Okay.
I made a not safe for work Twitter for
Humana?
huh?
Humana?
A not safe for work Twitter.
Why?
Why would someone make a Twitter so they can see not safe for work things? I
I
know. I
meant, like, for
For me,
for
for my
you
yeah, for me.
personally.
Yes. So I was
Okay.
I was on I had made it about a month before. No, no, I'm not gonna go that way. So I was on there. I was scrolling through there, relaxing, and I happened to see a wrestling tweet, and I was like, huh, worlds are colliding. The tweet was about Rhea Ripley.
Not liking where this is going.
Now, for people who don't know, Styles is part of the LGBTQ community.
Mm-hmm. I'm not
Uh,
liking where this is going.
Apparently, that community, I don't know how deep you be in that community, but that community found out Rhea Ripley and every female in that community loves her.
Huh?
The every female in the L in the LGBTQ all have a female boner for Rhea Ripley.
Understandable.
See, I
I don't have a boner for her, but like she does have the look. I mean, you know what I'm. Okay, I've been told that I have a thing for golf girls when it comes to females, but I do like leather chains and fishnets on anyone. But Rhea, I mean, she's good looking, but you know, she doesn't scream sexy to me. You know,
oh no, they're not there.
as far as the community having a thing for her, I can see why. But where's this going?
No, that was just the Burke dice. And while you were talking, I was going to show the stream the Nikita that you created, as well as your demon, as well as Riley Perez. Yes, you do have a type, Styles.
Huh?
But then you know how WWE 2K20 in these loading times. But
It is not my fault.
it is not your fault. It is not. Where is she? Oh yeah, and your version of Yasmin. Uh,
It's a whole lot better than your version of Yasmin.
hey, I never said I was good. I just created most of the wrestlers that we have on the roster.
I know we know this.
But that's actually I started off with that because it also segues into another point that I was gonna to segue to the next topic. Perfect segues. Um, which is okay for people who don't know. Rhea Ripley did win the title at WrestleMania, beating Asuka
Mm,
in what was a very quick match. Every match on night two was quick except for the main event. Can we say that? Like they rushed through like every match.
yeah,
Like,
night one seemed way longer and better than night two. Like I was too involved in night one to really not give a shit about night two.
yes.
But after Tamina and Natalia lost the tag match, I was just over with.
Ah, we'll get to that in a second. So I have a hot take.
So what?
I have a hot take.
Okay.
WWE's women's division outside of NXT, so Raw and SmackDown collectively, the main roster
Mm-hmm.
has the worst women's division on and in the wrestling community.
At least AEW was doing better, but now it's like when one company gets better, the other one sucks. Now.
Good. I was expecting a lot of more pushback from that. But like let's set the record straight here. Bianca Belair, well, no. So here's the actual thing. I can't even call them good champions. This is they basically reset all the singles titles, including NXT. Actually, no, I'm gonna throw NXT in there too because Io Shirai is not there anymore. I'm throwing NXT in there too. They basically reset all titles except the tag team titles.
What do you
So
mean erase?
they reset,
I mean, right, reset, yeah.
which that's a step. That'd be a step. That would be a step in the right direction if there were more feuds for those women. So, for example, let's see.
Yeah.
So Mercedes Martinez versus Raquel. That's
That's
cool,
that's
but Mercedes
I can get behind that.
I could too, except for the fact. Hold on a second.
The build up.
No, because we don't know we don't know about the build up. Second, hold on a second. Let's see.
Who are you rooting for in that match? Well, even though I'm pretty sure
Oh,
Raquel's gonna win, but I'm
yes,
kind of rooting for Mercedes.
that's the thing. We know she's gonna win. Hold on a second.
Because they just gave her the title.
Yes, and the fact that Mercedes Martinez is 40.
She's what?
She's 40. She turns 41 this year.
Jeez. She don't look it.
No, she doesn't.
Her and Shayna don't. Her, Shayna, and Tamina.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They really don't look 40. Like,
So
I thought like they would be maybe in mid 30s now, but 40? No. Especially
now,
Shayna.
now it'd be now, and also there's difference in match quality between Shayna and Martinez.
I know that, but like
In fact,
age,
in
how
fact,
they
let,
like no, like how they physically look in age, like
yeah,
how they look in the face and everything, face, body, everything. They
yes.
don't look 40.
So I'll say this: if Mercedes Martinez was on a main roster, I'd say cool. She may have a chance. But if she's on, but
I don't think so.
if she was on a main roster, I'd give her more of a chance on a main roster than on
If she was on the main
NXT.
roster, they wouldn't use her
They
at
wouldn't.
all.
They wouldn't, and we'll get to that. But
And she's been
at
on the
40,
main roster before,
well,
long ago.
she knew to get out of that bullet. Um, she dodged that bullet. But at 40, she's not gonna win an NXT title. She can win a main roster title, but at 40, she's not gonna win NXT. Who's the oldest
I
champion?
mean,
Who's the
there's the
oldest
tag
NXT?
titles there too, but I don't see her
She
tagging.
she could win that one.
But who would be willing to tag with her?
Wasn't she just with Robert Stonebrand?
That was only for money.
Hey, and that's getting Hernandez and Impact a lot of matches. Okay, for context, Styles. Wow,
I'm
I have
done.
okay,
I'm done doing all the doing.
okay. For context, Styles, the oldest NXT champion was Bobby Roode. He was 39. Before that, hold on a second. Let me give you a guess. Do you know who's the oldest champion before Bobby Roode won the title?
Do I have to guess? Um, I'm gonna take a
Wait,
wild
hold on, wait.
guess.
Let me actually confirm this. Actually, there you go, Reigns.
Do you want me to send you an invite?
Yes.
Okay.
Um.
Am I testing out the new character?
Sure. Go ahead. See here.
I
Let
was
me let me
asking.
test this.
Cause
Oh,
like I'm down
hold
to.
up. Hey, wait, hold on. Stop the presses.
I'm stopping
Jack,
everything.
What's up?
Jack, you are on live stream. We were just telling people how you weren't gonna be here because you're in the army.
And
How's it
look at you
going?
now, here messing up the plans.
Terrible.
How's it going? Wait, you say it going terrible? Now, mind you, again, you're on live stream, so mind what you say.
It's basic training. It's awful. What do you think it is? It's the most stressful situations. They make eating stressful.
Damn. How is
You're a
stress?
Super Saiyan. He'll get over it.
They took away
Tell
our
him I said
forks
that.
and on spaghetti night, so all we had was a spoon for spaghetti.
They took away the forks on spaghetti night. Styles called you a Super Saiyan, so you'll manage. But yo, they took away forks on spaghetti night. I,
They
that's
did what now?
they took away forks on spaghetti night. Styles, try eating spaghetti with a spoon.
How the hell you gonna eat spaghetti with a spoon?
Okay, yeah, good question. So Jack, how did you eat spaghetti with a spoon?
I didn't.
He
I
didn't.
had I
I
kept
wouldn't
taking
either.
sauce. That's it.
Just the sauce.
Yes.
Spaghetti with a
Also,
spoon. That
they
don't
made
even
me
sound
a
right.
platoon sergeant.
You're
You
what?
must be a sadist if
I'm
you
a
eat.
platoon sergeant
You must
now.
have something wrong with you if you eat spaghetti with a spoon
Oh,
or
you
some
ranked up? You
shit.
ranked up this early?
It's not like an official rank up. It's what they're doing at basic training for student leadership because they thought I had low morale. So they're trying to get me to talk to everyone by relaying orders and taking accountability, and it's going fucking awful. I've been yelled at 3 times.
But you know what? That's actually a good idea. That it builds character.
It doesn't build character. It builds up tears in my eyes.
Character, right?
And the pain in your muscles.
And the pain in your muscles, according to Styles.
No, they haven't. They haven't been doing much of that.
Sending you an invite, Q.
All right, Styles. So how is everything? Wait, so no real muscle training, just a lot of I'm guessing cardio and
Yeah, because I passed my ACFT. I passed the deadlift, the leg tucks, um, the push-ups. I passed everything but the run.
I'm kind of
everything
scared he's gonna come back and
everything but
get
the
the
what?
title from you,
The
Q.
run, the 2-mile run.
Oh, well, yeah, that's cardio. That you'll be running 2 miles in no time.
Q, get the invite.
But it fucking sucks. I hate this. But oh my god, the funniest fucking thing happened. So
What
they
happened?
gave us like our Kevlar vests, our gas masks, and helmets.
Right.
2 motherfuckers were just sitting around wearing them in the doorway as a drill sergeant walked by. This drill sergeant looked at them with disappointment and walked away. He didn't say anything else. He just saw, like, you could just see he was about to quit on that alone. Just 2 people in the middle of the night fucking around with equipment.
You hate the. Well, at least it wasn't you. If that should make it easy for you. Actually, less people yell at.
No, because I'm the platoon sergeant, and since it's my platoon, guess
Ah.
who's responsible?
Oh, yeah, yo, damn. I stop at that.
I know you're not
But
choosing her.
the good thing is I haven't had to do oh, they were going to do this thing where they stuck a hose up our nose so we could breathe better.
Like a water hose?
No, it's smaller, but it's still pretty fucking large. Oh my god, this Friday, you'll never guess what I get to do.
What do you get to do? Stop. What do you get to do, Jack?
I get to do the gas chamber.
Oh Lord.
Oh God.
Do they know your do they know your background and religion?
Yes.
And they still chose you for that.
They did that on purpose.
Oh,
They
everyone
wrong
has
for
to
that.
do it.
That's a sign. Tell them to get out.
We're
That's
all
a
gonna
get
be
out
in there as a
sign.
group.
Styles, he can't get out. What will you be labeled? A war criminal.
No, I would be what's known as chaptered out of the military. And I would stay here for a year as they do my paperwork. Like, no shit. If you don't succeed, or quit, you stay here for a year as they do their paperwork to get you sent home.
Damn.
So it's literally easier to graduate. Because at least then you get out faster.
True.
But you
Oh
guys,
God.
you and Styles would love it here.
Why would me and Styles love it there?
No,
My
he
drill
wouldn't.
sergeant loves Mortal Kombat, and he keeps trying to throw his hat like Kung Lao.
I do like Mortal Kombat. Styles, you like Mortal Kombat too?
Of course I do. Duh.
And he keeps doing the Kung Lao tele. Oh wait, do you get to watch movies up there?
No.
Oh, so you ain't seen the Mortal Kombat movie?
No, I haven't.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I saw it too. So, Jed, just let you know, people are saying it's mixed reaction. There's like some people are saying it's good, some people are saying it's bad.
I don't want to hear anything.
I
don't want
love
to hear
it.
anything.
I loved it.
I'm gonna watch it the moment I get to AIT.
Okay, so just let you know, me and Styles and Willie think it's good. A lot of people don't.
The only thing I was confused about was the main character and his purpose. That's
Has
the only
anything
thing I was
interesting
confused about.
happened as I've been gone?
Styles, anything interesting happened to you?
Not that I recall. No.
Nah, nothing real big. I mean, you knew Yasmin was pregnant before you left, so nothing real
Yeah,
big.
I did get the Switch though.
You
man.
got a Switch? Oh, Styles got a Switch.
Is he enjoying it?
Are you enjoying the Switch?
Man, more or less.
More or less.
Man,
Only because I don't have nothing to do.
I've been trying to call everyone. You're the only person that picked up this time.
Oh yeah, and I'm sorry I missed it last week. You called me while I was asleep.
Bro, like, I they let me check my phone earlier to make sure I had enough money to buy boots, and I texted Yoshi what time I was supposed to get on the phone, but then they delayed it. So she was expecting me to call earlier, and now I think she's doing something.
That's
So
yeah,
yeah,
that's unfortunate.
yeah.
You're not
But
really giving me
man,
much of a fight.
it's
Styles,
fucking
I'm
rough.
playing with one hand with the phone in my right hand.
I man, I don't know what to say about it other than like it's fucking rough. That's
Hold on for a
all.
sec.
I'm gonna
Well,
try and see if I can reach anyone else now. All right.
all right, you stay safe down there.
All
Say
right.
bye,
I'll try.
Styles. All right, Jack.
All right. I'll try and call you
Give me a
next week,
second,
man.
Q.
Bye.
Say it. Just when we were talking about this nigga, he calls us. Okay, he's gonna be gone for a second. So while I was looking, let me check. Karen Cross is okay. 0.85. So okay, 35. Oh, there it is. 5 oldest.
All right. Okay.
Okay, the next oldest. Hmm.
What are you doing?
I was looking at the oldest champions, and I realized there's a lot of NXT champions who won it in their late 30s. And that's what we're talking about. So let me see. So never mind to that Mercedes Martinez idea. However, I think the oldest women's champion besides here comes lag. The oldest women's champion would have been Shayna at 35 when she won a title. If I'm correct, am I correct?
I don't know.
She was about mid to late 30s. Oh, I'm debuffed. Yeah, she's about mid to late 30s when she won that title. So okay, so I changed my mind. Mercedes got a chance. However, I don't think they're gonna put it on her when she's 40. There has been no 40-year-old NXT champion. Which is actually interesting. But now speaking of Shayna, Styles, tell me if you agree with this statement.
What's the statement?
Shayna Baszler should not be losing this often.
She really shouldn't be. But it's the main roster, so.
Here's a stat I saw. Um, I saw this stat I saw this stat Friday night actually. You know, in the month of April, um, in the month of April, the combination of Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Tamina, and Natalia had 6 matches.
What were you saying?
In the month of April, the combination of Natalya, Tamina, Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler had 6 matches.
Yes.
So in a 4-week span, they had 6 matches against each other. And they're on, and Natalya and Shayna, and they're on separate brands. We see the problem here, right?
On separate brands. Address that one more time.
6 separate brands. They've wrestled 6 times in 4 months. How about this? 6 times in 4 months.
Yeah, man.
Styles, how do you build a brand when the same 4 people are wrestling each other 6 times in 4 months?
You don't. That's just watching the same match on repeat, but with a different outcome.
No, but here's the funny part. It wasn't a different outcome. It was always 2-minute match. Natalya pins Shayna, or 2-minute match. Tamina pins Shayna. How is that supposed to be? How is that compelling wrestling, Styles?
It's not.
But and then they WWE just, why do you do these things, WWE? And let's talk about the singles division. Charlotte.
What?
Let's talk about the singles division, specifically Charlotte Flair.
Mm-hmm.
So WrestleMania, Rhea pinned Asuka. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You heard what the original plans for WrestleMania were, didn't you?
It was supposed to be Charlotte was supposed to be somewhere involved in it. That's all I remember.
Oh no, let me tell you what the original plans were. The original plan for that title was Lacey Evans going in as a champion, and Charlotte being the babyface to take the title off her.
Lacey Evans was supposed to be champion?
So how about that Fastlane match when it was supposed to be Lacey Evans versus Asuka? Lacey was gonna win that match.
No.
Lacey was gonna win that match, go be champion going into WrestleMania, and have Charlotte beat her with Ric Flair in Lacey's corner before Lacey got pregnant.
WWE even the fans would never let that happen, especially to Asuka.
And then I think before the whole Andrade stuff, and then Charlotte caught the Rona, it was supposed to be Asuka versus Charlotte. And you know what they were gonna do with that one.
Before. You've seen that too many times. I'm done.
Yes. So not luckily, it was supposed to, she either got Rona or got pregnancy scare, and with the Andrade stuff, kept her off, brought her back as brought her back the night after, and now she's over here claiming she's the opportunity. And so, do you watch Raw?
I watched that part.
You watch that part, okay. So then, you saw that they had the rematch, right? Asuka versus Rhea as the rematch.
Yeah.
And of course, Charlotte interferes.
Charlotte lost. No, Rhea was there. Rhea interfered. Charlotte lost. She attacked the ref.
No, no, that was
Oh, no.
no. That was before. That was before. That was the next week. The night after
No.
WrestleMania.
That was the same week. Oh no! Oh!
Yeah, it
No.
was the following
Oscar
week.
versus Oscar versus Rhea
Yes,
rematch.
yes, that was the big seller. I think that was the main event of that night. I think. But Charlotte's got a Charlotte. Pin also
Ugh.
yeah, that happened. Charlotte's got a Charlotte, and then Charlotte's got Charlotte again. And if you saw the tweet when they announced Charlotte got suspended, I tweeted out on the podcast channel, Twitter dot yeah, what is exactly the Twitter handle? Because I changed the Twitter
You
handle.
argument.
UAR is it U? No, I changed it to UA Wrestling at UA Wrestling. Twitter.com
You're trying to
backslash
make the lobby.
UA Twitter.com backslash UA underscore wrestling.
No, I'll make it.
All right. So on that Twitter, I specifically said, "How long until Charlotte gets reinstated?"
Did I comment on that?
Let me.
If I did, I don't think I did. But if I
Let me
did, I was
see.
hoping to say I
Oh,
give it a week.
no, wait, no, my bad. Here's the exact tweet because I posted a picture with it too. So Charlotte definitely shows up next week, completely making this pointless, right? That was after she was fined 100K and suspended indefinitely. Sonya Deville, who again, let me remind you, remember when WWE 2 years ago said there will be no more on-screen authority figures?
Yep. WWE say a lot of things that are not supposed to happen again, but happens again anyway. I'm choosing myself. I hope you do the same.
No on-screen authority figures. Sonya Deville lets her in the building, says all you gotta do is apologize to the ref, no suspension, no 100K fine.
No, they said she paid it.
Did she
Well,
pay it
they
off?
claim she paid it
They claim she paid it.
in full.
Either way, Charlotte comes back
Hold
the next
on.
week.
How's it
Suspension.
like if a woman attacks a ref, she got to apologize?
Oh yes. Oh, thank you, Styles. I was gonna bring this up too. Like they made us completely forget. They did
If
this
it's a
same.
man,
Hold on.
if
They
it's a
did this.
man, all they do is find him. But Charlotte
They
had to
did.
apologize.
They did this same exact story or this same exact plot point a year ago. This time with Nia Jax and Adam Pearce.
I
When he was
forgot about that.
when he was just an official. Same exact plot point. She's supposed to get suspended indefinitely with a fine. She came back the next week, didn't apologize. She apologized the following week after challenging him to a match. Styles, WWE wrestling Twitter, especially the WWE fans, they love to make a plot point that the women in AEW have a bad women's division.
But the one on top has the worst so far. Tag titles aren't being utilized.
Nope. How about the tag titles in NXT? There's only 2 women's tag teams on that roster.
3.
Who's the third?
Shotzi and Ember,
They're the champs.
Aaliyah and the other chick. And she's
Who?
part of the Robert Stone brand now. I forgot her name.
I'm sorry. Are we?
I
Are we?
forgot her name. She just got signed. I forgot her name. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell the way.
And they're more focused about Indy and Dexter Loomis, which I'll give
Um,
him credit. That's funny. I find that funny. The
who
way,
was it?
the way as a whole is funny. I'll give him that.
Yeah, they are. Who else? Besides Raquel and Dakota.
And Raquel's the title, and I would hate for them to have another dual champion.
Especially what happened to them. How about we're not even going to acknowledge? They didn't even acknowledge the fact until it was too late, until someone called it out that Ember was the first one to win the NXT Championship and the NXT.
Oh, that was funny. WWE does that a lot. Like they just, I'm at this point. I don't think it's ignorance. I really think they forget too.
The only reason why WWE is still in my good graces right now is because we have more black champions this year,
Oh, please,
which
that
has
doesn't put
been
them in my
long
good.
overdue.
That doesn't put them in my good graces. That should have been happened.
There's only one person. There's only one person who is black that I want champion, and I'm not happy until that happens.
Who was that?
And that's Naomi. She needs to be champion.
She's
It's
a
been
two.
too long.
It has been too long, but she is a two-time women's champion, so we'll give her that.
Yeah, but she had to vacate her first title due to injury.
Yeah, and then they
That don't
gave it,
count. That
but
don't count to me. If you can't defend it, if you have
yeah,
to give
but
it a injury, that don't count.
nah, you gotta count because on
But
Finn
I know you
Balor's
technically
record,
won it, but you.
he's the first he's the first Universal Champion. You gotta count it, and it
I
made
just
him.
now realized is what's her face? Rhea. Is she the first Australian champion?
Um,
Because I had to
technically,
think hard on that.
technically no, because Buddy Murphy's Australian.
No, I meant for the women.
Did Emma ever win a title?
No,
Um, the
she never
Iconics,
been in a title picture.
iconic
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the Iconics. Well, singles.
singles. Then yeah, I'll give you that one. Besides, they haven't had any Australian women besides those three.
Well,
Wait, hold on a second.
Tenille, the
I thought
Iconics.
I thought Real was New Zealand for some New Zealand,
Yeah, Dakota's New Zealand.
and I thought Rhea was too.
No, Rhea's Australian. Her and Tony are.
All right. So yes, Styles, you would be correct. Let me see. To no, let's go. Let's keep it on Raw. Let's keep it on Raw. The the whole Nia, Shayna, and Mandy and Dana Brooke storyline.
What's the point?
Styles,
What is the
so here's what's funny. We're supposed to be cheering for Mandy and Dana. They're supposed to be the baby faces here. Um,
Okay, I get that.
that match, if you remember that match, at Rothmania, they challenged them and then left and got themselves counted out because they were scared of Nia Jax. Right. And then they had Michael Cole, who's on commentary at the time. No, it was a new dude, and who
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
mind you, that dude is he's wild mid,
Meaning?
like Styles. You smoke. He's wild mid,
Oh.
but I think they had him say, well, it was better for them to win by a count out than actually get the pin. It was either they had him say it or um Byron say it.
It was a hazing. If they had him say it. It was a hazing.
Styles, that's a WWE's done a lot of dumb shit. They did a lot of dumb shit this year alone, especially for example with
And the
with,
last years, I'm pretty sure 2018. That's when they started acting funny.
but that god damn,
Still, not this again.
I don't know why you keep I don't know why you keep thinking it's gonna turn out any other way. But so they had him say that.
Rematch.
They had him say that, and then the following week, what happened the following? No, the following week they threw nothing happened last week, but then the following week, so the third week, last week, this Monday, they had Mandy and wait, hold on a second, let me I got
Man,
backtracked.
you talked about this last week?
Yeah, but let me backtrack. They had Nia Jax slipping all on herself for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, her tripping off the apron. I remember that.
So this last Monday, it was the tag champions versus Naomi and Lana.
Naomi, Lana, and Asuka.
Oh, that's right. It was It was the 6-man tag. Which Naomi and Lana, I really don't mind. They both dance, so cool. Naomi deserves better, but so does Shayna. We'll get to that later.
Can we just point out the fact that how... I'm sorry, I'm confused. Is Rhea even a face or a heel?
She's meant to be a heel, but if there was a crowd, she'd be cheered. They tried to make her a heel because she attacked Asuka during their tag match. Oh God, I got it. Do I really want to talk about?
That didn't make sense at all.
Let me get to this. Let me get this point out because I'm gonna rant on that. So they had during that 6-man tag match, out comes Mandy and Dana. Shayna meets them on the apron, meets them on the ramp, saying, "Hey, what y'all doing? Get y'all skinny asses to the back." They throw a bucket of water on Shayna. Now let's stop there for a second. Shayna in NXT. If someone threw a bucket of water, if someone came out during a Shayna match and with the bucket of water, not even know if there was any water in the bucket, Shayna would have broke their arm right then. Right then, like
That's
you saw.
why I'm kind of laughing because she didn't do anything. I'm like, this is not the Shayna I like hating.
She didn't do anything, and then
She just stood there and took it.
And then here come Nia Jax big ass come running around the apron and slip on the water that she saw was there.
Not once. Twice.
She saw the water there. She saw them throw the water. You knew it was wet. This isn't like a WrestleMania thing where Mandy's walking down like, oh, I don't know this ramp is wet from the rain. Slip. I thought we dried off.
Oh my
Slip.
God, what's going on?
And they got Shayna acting like a. Let's talk about Shayna NXT. Shayna NXT would not let any of this shit fly. Shayna NXT would have been choked out Reginald.
Yep.
She would have been choked out Angel Garza.
NXT. This was the Shayna in NXT. She would have been women's champion.
Easily. Who? How about? You remember why is she out here letting Lana do move? You saw what she did to Dakota Kai in NXT. She blooding the Dakota Kai. She blooding the Dakota Kai for 3 weeks. Wrote her off TV entirely. I know it's for injury, but they played off and wrote her off TV entirely. Now you got up here, her taking pins to Tamina and Natalya.
I mean, out of everybody on the roster, it would be eh, if I can imagine anyone defeating Shayna, it would have to be them two, Natalia or Tamina, only because they have experience.
Experience be damned.
Experience
It,
is a big factor for.
let's explain. So first of all, as much as Tamina has the experience, Tamina is not out wrestling Shayna. Natalia, I'll give you something. She was in a Hart family dungeon. If you actually let them wrestle, they put on a
No,
five
but
star
like I
match.
know like Natalia, but Natalia's. I think Natalia's whole purpose is to make the other opponent look good.
Yes. The thing is, you don't need anyone to make Shayna look good. Shayna makes people look good by her damn self. Shayna, my Shayna had Bianca Belair looking like a star in NXT before she was ready.
That's what I was hyped. Like that's
Shayna,
probably one of my favorite matches I wanted to watch because I wanted Bianca to win so badly.
Sh- we knew Nikki Cross was crazy, but we didn't know how crazy it was until she was smiling while getting choked out by Shayna.
Yeah, that was awesome. I thought she could be Shayna.
There, but you know how the NXT they like to have a lot long women's titles, which I'm okay with that because they don't have that. And honestly, the top of their women's division hides the fact they don't got a lot of good women. Let's. We're gonna keep going on a tangent. I'm gonna tangent from this too. What are they doing with Tony Storm?
Oh, I saw that. I'm sorry, but I don't really care for Tony at this point. Like,
So
who are the only
so
thing I remember about you is you winning the Mae Young Classic.
so first off, Tony Storm thick as shit. Respectfully,
Yeah, but for
respectfully, there are
someone
things.
who is new watching her, I don't understand. Like,
Hold on.
will you?
I'm gonna stay on this topic a little bit longer. Respectfully, there are things I'll let Tony Storm do to me. Respectfully, is she in a relationship? She married?
I have no idea.
Respectfully to Tony Storm. Respectfully. Now they have her lose to Zoe Starks. Like they're like they have her lose to Zoe Starks. Like what was Aaliyah doing? Like was she busy?
Aaliyah's tired of losing.
Hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second. You're gonna need to take that move off. You know whose finisher that is.
Like what?
That move, the little one wing angel that I have on someone else named Angel.
Oh, I didn't notice.
All right.
I didn't even know he had that. Sir, you.
He's not strong enough. But anyway,
Duh! Of
uh,
course you're not saying that.
so you have Tony Storm lose to Zoe Starks. Like Aaliyah was like too busy eating and catering to actually have the match.
She was already scheduled for something else.
What was she scheduled to do?
She was supposed to have a tag match with her partner against Sasha and Ember, but the way attacked them from behind.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that. And then you, if for all cases, you have her lose to a jobber. Now, granted, that jobber pulled out one of the best 450s I've seen since Matt Sydal.
Shooting star,
That's what I
not
say.
450. Shooting star.
That's a 450. My bad. She pulled out
You
the
said
best shooting
450.
star I've seen since Matt Sydal.
It was perfect. Someone put in the comments this is what it should have. This is what a shooting star should have looked like if Brock didn't have botched it and broke his neck.
No, Brock didn't break his neck. He just got himself a concussion. If Brock had any less muscle on
It
his
looked
neck,
like
he would
it
have broke his
did.
neck. Nah, he said he only got a concussion. But so my question: what are they doing with Tony Storm? Are we gonna? I hate to say move over to the main roster because we all know what's gonna happen there.
Oh
Um,
no.
um, shit. What is there to do with Tony? What are we doing with Tony Storm? Tell me, what are we doing with her?
Apparently having a feud with the newbie Zoe Stark.
That is stupid. Like Tony Storm was just challenging for the title 2 months ago, and now she's out here losing to jobbers. And Zoe Stark's only win on NXT is over Tony Storm
No, she had another one against a dropper on her debut.
against a jobber.
But I don't know if she's a dropper or another newcomer.
And then they didn't follow up on Zoe Stark either, because what did they immediately do after that? Had her lose to Saray the following week. No.
The
That
Io
same week.
Shirai.
No. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or Zoe Stark's second match was Io Shirai.
No. Yeah, I'm talking about the Tony Storm match.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's her name?
Yeah, the Japanese girl in NXT and not the one in
Sarai,
UK.
Sarai. Oh, that was a
Yes.
new girl. Oh,
Yes.
I haven't checked her out yet.
Immediately.
Oh, wait, there's one more tag team I forgot.
Who?
Casey Catanzaro and
Man, one of them's hurt.
Kaden Carter.
And
I
one
forgot
of
about
them,
them.
one of them's hurt, and they're too busy feuding with
With Xia Li and the
yes,
other, whatever they call themselves.
which that's damn near taking too long to get to.
I don't know. I don't see the point in that now. I really don't.
And all I'm saying is the last time they built something this big, we saw Eric Rowan's pet spider. That I'm just saying. But I did see her green mist oh girl,
Who's
so I
the
was like,
mystery person? Oh, that's one thing we forgot.
what I forget?
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
Her new gimmick, Lily. We skipped over her completely.
Albus, there's a reason we skipped over her.
Actually, I'm kind of excited. I want to see what happens.
I'm not.
Yeah, but you at least gotta give it to Alexa. Look at her acting props. She actually sounds like a little possessed little scary girl in a horror movie.
I would be more excited if this wasn't a Bray Wyatt ripoff.
That's why you're mad. Gotcha.
We saw what they did with Bray Wyatt.
Silver lining? Silver lining? Hey, when was the last time we seen a supernatural force with the women wrestling? With the women wrestlers in WWE?
I'm about to say, are we going to disrespect Abaddon?
I said in WWE.
You're right. Are we going to disrespect her? Like,
I just met Abaddon, so let's not forget that.
you did just meet Abaddon. But Abaddon, I think Abaddon's first victory was against Sheeta.
I saw it. No. I didn't see the winning match.
In AEW Dark, and for the crowd, she beat Sheeta.
I thought Sheeta won that.
Did she? No, Sheeta won when she was a champ.
They took her to they said that she took Sheeta to the limit, but I'm pretty sure Sheeta won that.
Sheeta has one loss on her record. Who is it to? Because if it's not Abaddon, I forgot who it is.
Penelope Ford.
The fuck?
It was in a mixed tag match. No, not a mixed tag match. It was a tag team match between Sheeta and somebody else versus Nyla Rose and Penelope, and they ganged up on Sheeta. But Penelope got the win, and that's how she became number one contender last year.
All right. That happened. Cool. They're still better than what WWE's working with right now. No, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that women's roster. In particular, I want to talk about one person from that roster, and that person is Chris Statlander. she's supposed to be a heel. She has to be a heel, right?
I thought she was face because she was with
No, no,
Orange
no.
Cassidy.
Yeah. By wrestling, she's face, but I don't see face in her.
I just met Chris Statlander, so I don't know much about her.
Watch her matches and watch how she wrestles.
I know that her
And
gimmick is supposed to be like an alien, but I don't get it.
yeah, she's supposed to be an alien. That's all cool and dandy. But her facial expressions scream heel.
Yeah.
The way she wrestles screams heel.
Her intensity,
Yes.
potential.
Like, I think the only reason she's a face because she's with Orange Cassidy, and I don't
They're
think
actually
God
dating.
could... Are they dating?
I heard.
I didn't know they were dating.
That's the rumor I heard. That they're dating.
Hmm.
That's how she
Interesting.
got involved in the feud.
Interesting. Didn't know that. I still think she should probably be heel because her mannerisms scream heel. Speaking of heels, Britt Baker's about to take the whole company by storm, which is going to be excellent.
About time. Long
And
awaited.
as of yesterday, um, Mrs. Blanchard, Tessa Blanchard, is in the company.
Who? Huh? What?
Tessa, and they say it's all but formality that Tessa Blanchard signed with AEW, along with her husband.
No.
Her husband just vacated the AAA title.
I think Willie rubbed off on me. I'm not feeling Tessa anymore. I'm pretty sure I forgot about Tessa. Like in 2020, she disappeared. Like she just fell off the earth. Who is Tessa? Who?
Well, that's her fault because
Yes.
because let's see. So first, bullying and racism.
Hold on, come on. Before we get into Evolve, like, can you imagine being that one wrestler who made history? Okay, imagine being a woman, winning the men's title in your own company, only to like say that you held it hostage and you basically didn't even get to defend it, didn't even lose it technically.
Well, again, that's her fault. Because why are
I can
you?
imagine.
All she had to do, Styles, if you remember correctly, was record vignettes. If she recorded any form of vignette, she would still be champion and still be an Impact.
What kind of champion does it?
So,
AEW kind of with Impact now.
yep.
Okay,
They're
question.
Forbidden Door and all that. Speaking of Forbidden Door,
They didn't think this through.
and no, WWE is now trying to get into working relations with MLW.
Who?
MLW,
What
Major
is
League
that?
Wrestling. Uh, MLW is Major League Wrestling. It's a company.
First loss in Valley too, even though it was dark. I'll take it.
So yeah, so how about this? For example, they run weekly YouTube shows. They said every Wednesday, which why most people don't know because that's when AEW runs. But then they got a wrestling deal for a TV on a Saturday. Was also the same day as Ring of Honor, but not a lot of people watch Ring of Honor either. So yeah, basically they're doing that. Basically they're doing that because well AEW's done open the door wide the hell open with Impact, NWA, and New Japan.
I meant to ask you about the damn wrestling schedule because I'm confused. Monday is Raw, Tuesday is NXT now.
Yep, Monday Raw, Tuesday NXT, Wednesday Dynamite,
It ain't
Thursday Thursday's Impact, Friday
Friday
is
is SmackDown.
SmackDown, and New Japan I believe is on our time Sunday night. No, our time Monday morning I think. But they be running.
And for AEW, there's 2 episodes of Dark now,
There's
both on Monday and Tuesday.
What's crazy? I've never watched a Dark Elevation, but this
I watched a
Monday's
couple matches,
I haven't
only
watched any.
because my favorite wrestler,
Yes, and
if
see
she's there.
that's exactly what I was about to say. Because Abaddon versus Ryu Michinori is supposed to happen on Monday night.
What? Abaddon versus who?
Ryu Michinori,
Who?
the Japanese wrestler who won the
Oh, the
women's tournament.
tournament.
Yes, and I want to see that match. Because here's one thing that AEW does great that WWE just doesn't at all. Character matches. Do you understand what I mean when
Yeah,
I say character matches?
yeah. The character matches that help build on character. Self-explanatory.
Only I would, there in no way possible should Orange Cassidy versus Pentagon Jr. work. No, my bad. Pentagon L0M work. And that ended up being one of the best matches on the card last Wednesday. So
I didn't really tune in with that match. I didn't get it.
so you have Pentagon L0M, who is the embodiment of taunt meter.
Where did this sudden heel come from?
He's
That's what I don't understand.
he's always been a tweener. He's for the Cody thing. They kind of did that to kind of write Cody off for a little bit.
They always writing him out. For a guy who started a company, he's not really around much.
That's a good thing. Because for all intents and purposes, Cody should be the main title holder of that company. But Cody realized the the world does not want to see him as world champion, and so he said, "I'm just gonna take myself out there entirely. I'm gonna say if I lose, I never challenge again." He lost, doesn't challenge for that again, and then he pulled a John Cena with the TNT title.
Y'all didn't say nothing about this title.
What?
I was just nothing. Hold on.
And then can I? Okay, because I want to talk about Darby Allin.
Talk about Darby. Q.
Hold on a second. That thing. Darby Allin is the best champion in wrestling right now.
Why say that?
There are certain people, Styles, who only wrestle one certain way and don't change up. Randy Orton, for example.
Oh, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Randy Orton has wrestled the same exact match except for when he wants to burn somebody. So except for Randy Orton versus Undertaker and Randy Orton versus The Fiend, he wrestled the same exact match with everybody. You're gonna get yourself off. I'm gonna get myself off. You may win, but watch out for this RKO.
Hold on.
Holding on.
Wait, did you? Ooh! Wrong person.
I'm about to say I went back though. You know how this game goes.
Oh, God.
You know how this game works.
You made the invite. Oh, God. That shot me completely. I exited all the way out of the app.
Um.
Give me a second. I'm bathroom break.
Okay, so as of now, let's I was gonna say take it over for a word from our sponsor, but we don't got a sponsor. So let's I got Twitter open over here. Let's see what wrestling Twitter is talking about today. Molly Holly only conversation with Vince. Okay, so how about this? Let's talk about the AEW card tomorrow. So they're talking about AEW. AEW Dark Elevation tomorrow. We got Will All Day versus Miro. Miro finally unlocking the beast side that everybody wanted to see from him when he left WWE. Um, got Red Velvet versus Rika Takaka. Rika Tahaka? What the fuck is your name? Rika Tahaka versus Red Velvet. So we know Styles be watching Dark Elevation tomorrow. We got Dark Orders 10 versus D3. I'm about to talk about Dark Order 10 as soon as Styles gets back here, so we can talk about Darby Allin. And we got Abaddon versus Ryo Mizunami. Was I mispronouncing her name before? I hope I was not. Okay. That actually sounds like a good card.
What are you saying?
Oh, so I was looking for someone to talk to, and I just read the card for Dark Elevation tomorrow. So I'm gonna read the card for you and let you judge. We got Jobber Will All Day versus Miro. We can talk about Miro in a second. We got your girl Red Velvet versus Rika Tahaka.
Love Red Velvet. That's my comment on that.
We got Dark Orders 10 versus D3. We're gonna talk about Dark Orders 10 in a minute.
I love 10.
And Abaddon versus Ryo Mizunami. But yeah, so when I was talking about Darby has been in the last like 3-4 main events of AEW. And tell me if I'm wrong. This week it was 10. Last week it was Jungle Boy. Week before that it was who was that Matt Hardy week before?
Yes.
Week before was Matt Hardy.
I believe so. Cause I remember the Twisted Fate in the chair.
Right. Then week before that, it was John Silver.
I didn't see that one.
That was a good one. And then week before that, it was Scorpio Sky.
Which he turned heel.
Yeah, that was the Scorpio Sky heel turn. I think 4 of those 6 matches were main event matches. Where Darby was in the main event. And all 4 of those matches were different styled matches. So, Scorpio Sky, it was Scorpio's heel turn. She's asking about Will. And it was Darby fighting from the bottom. Cool. John Silver, while it's Darby fighting from the bottom, they're both similar in stature. They're both similar in stature. Say again.
Thinking myself again.
You're muting yourself or thinking about yourself?
Kicking myself.
Oh. Why?
Go ahead.
So.
Because I feel like I need to get better. At least fighting with.
So, the John Silver match was John Silver throwing Darby all around the ring. But Darby also somewhat throwing John Silver because, again, they're similar in stature.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Matt Hardy. You know what you're going to get from a Matt Hardy. It was Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin. You know what's going to happen there. Then, what I said next?
You want for that? You really want for that? Why are you choosing him?
Why not? Then it was. I just said this too. Who was after? Was it Jungle Boy? Was after?
Yes.
No, after John Silver. I feel there's something in
No.
between that. There's something in between John Silver and Jungle Boy. No, Matt. So, um, Scorpio Sky, Matt Hardy, John Silver. Who was it? See, now I'll look this up. Where is? Don't do
Hold
nothing
on.
yet. Don't you do nothing yet. I'm looking this up.
Yeah.
It's not showing here. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Let me talk about win-loss record. That'd be much easier. In AEW. Okay. So, since he's won the championship when he beat Cody Rhodes, he beat Brian Cage, beat Joey Janela.
Okay.
Then there was a tag match. Then it was Scorpio Sky, John Silver, JD Drake. I forgot about that
Don't remember
match.
that one.
You know why? You know why I don't remember that? Because that was during the NXT Takeover.
Gotcha.
And then he beat the Butcher on the House Always Wins card during that house show.
Mhm.
Then Matt Hardy. Then Jungle Boy, which that was a technical classic. And then he beat 10. Well, let me get back. He beat Jungle Boy. How about Jungle Boy, who was out wrestling Darby? Darby resorted to he raked eyes, which
Mm.
that doesn't make him heel because it makes sense for his character. We've been known that Darby, despite being babyface, will do
He's still
anything.
champion. To get the championship.
Yes,
As
he'll do
any
anything.
champion should.
Yes. And he does that, but it's there at a point where, as a wrestler, you know he's going to do that, but you know he only does that to keep the title, and he still shows respect after the match. Who do all that because he knows he doesn't treat it as a wrestling match, he treats it as a fight. Which champion should do. Treat it as a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
he did the same with 10. When 10 was about to beat him, what did Darby do? He ripped at the mask.
I didn't see that.
Last week he ripped at he so apparently number 10's been using a full Nelson as finishers. First of all, Darby did a great counter to the full Nelson where Darby's flexible enough where he was able to take his arms while full Nelson and grab hold of his leg to break the hold. But before that, he had him in like a bear hug, and Darby ripped at the mask for him to let him go, which is on par for what he does as a champion and as a wrestler in general. So Darby, and there's no other. Tell me you don't let me pin you off that. So when I say Darby's when I say Darby is the best champion right now, I say that because he knows as a champion, I'm gonna do everything I can to win. But he's really not. It's not really cheating. There's no outside help because you got Sting out there all the time. He doesn't low blow. He doesn't distract the ref. He'll rake at the eyes, but that's it.
Who hasn't?
He's doing what he can to win, while staying within the rules, which is how babyfaces should be. What? Anything? You said you want to talk about. What do you like about Mr. Preston Vance, aka Dark Order's number 10?
I mean, like his wrestling ability. I don't know much about his character.
Oh yeah, he's a great wrestler. He is indeed a wrestler, and that's surprising considering I did research on him. He will be playing football now if he didn't like tear his ACL, which is why he always wears the brace.
A lot of football players who wrestlers now loose.
Because it goes. I'm not gonna say it goes hand in hand, but similar
workout.
Yes. Except I think for wrestlers you gotta go like 10 times harder because unlike in football where you get breaks in between, wrestling is a full 30 minutes of non-stop action. Well, sometimes 30 minutes. And I don't know who he's supposed to wrestle next. Who he's because that's actually crazy because he can wrestle whoever he wants next. Because if you didn't watch did you watch AEW last week?
Not live. He's still waiting on the highlights.
So the number 1 ranked Heyman Adam Page actually lost
to Brian
Cage. Which logically makes sense because Brian Cage should be beating Adam Page.
Gotcha.
Which he did. So that, and it's not that. That's what I like about it. Let's talk about the win-loss record in AEW. Because they're making it make sense. And this is why I always like to say win-loss records matter. And winning matters. Was why I say champions shouldn't lose. And Styles, when's the last time you saw an AEW champion lose clean?
A what?
When's the last time you saw an AEW title holder lose clean?
What?
Someone in AEW. When's the last time you seen one of them lose clean if they have a title?
They haven't. I don't know.
No, I'll tell you exactly. It was the Young Bucks, but it was Matt Jackson who lost in a singles match. And the next week, they lost in a 6-man tag match. Let me tell you why that makes sense. Because one, Matt Jackson's not a singles that's not a singles wrestler, and two, it was Lardo Kid who ate the pin in the 6-man tag match.
Mm.
Now, Styles, when's the last time you seen a title holder in WWE lose a match?
Riddle. With Sheamus. The match. Wait, what? What's the question?
When's the last time you seen a title holder in WWE lose a non-title match? A singles title holder losing a singles match and or a tag team losing a tag team match.
Most of the time. Is that a finisher?
No. Shoot, Styles. In AEW, they do the WWE format. They do the eliminator style where, hey, if this team beats the champions, they're going to get a title shot. And Styles, if you remember, if you don't watch it, but they've done that a lot, especially with Kenny Omega. They did it with Matt Sydal. They did it with Matt Sydal, and they did it with Joey Janela. And you don't see Kenny Omega out here losing singles matches.
I don't remember the last time he wrestled in AEW. Showed up, yes, but wrestled.
That's the thing. And people in the wrestling community like to say Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, so basically the Elite, like to take the shine away from other wrestlers. And they say that about Cody too. And not apparently forgetting that they normally don't wrestle at all. When did I get my signature? That fucked me up. They don't wrestle on the shows. Or when they do, yeah, they get heat. And I hate when people try to say that the Elite, so Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, are bad wrestlers.
That's not true.
That's what I'm saying. Like how? Like that's just fundamentally not true.
That's just hating.
Like at that point, like what? Then people like Jim Cornette, like say they're doing flips for the sake of, like, if you don't like them, just say that.
Yeah. But who would admit that?
People in the wrestling community. Also, AEW fans, y'all, they're not in the right either, because AEW fans love clown things WWE do that AEW does a lot too. Actually, hold on a second. So, if you had one criticism about AEW, what would it be?
What?
If you had one criticism about AEW, what would it be?
I don't really know at the moment. I have to think. Come back to me on that question.
So one thing they said they had an issue with was they do a lot of tag matches. And they stopped doing that real quick. Shoot, there was 2 weeks ago there was not a single tag match on the card. And I don't even think no one noticed. The worst thing they say is they don't like all the factions.
Oh, wow.
Like, WWE doesn't have a lot of factions. There was Retribution.
These factions are famous because of WWE.
Yeah, there's a lot of factions right now. Robert Stonebrand. I was looking for something. What was I looking for?
The Way.
The Way, yes. The Authority was a big faction. The Roman Reigns is the leader of a faction. Roman Reigns is the leader of a faction right now. But so that's just them being. And plus, who doesn't like factions? It helps get more people on TV, which I think they're missing. When WWE fans complain about people not getting on TV, AEW shows a lot of people on TV because they show a lot. Because they got a lot of factions, they can show everybody. Do you remember Titus Worldwide?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, just they got on TV because they're in a faction.
Hold on a sec. What? Go on. Okay, go ahead.
Titus Worldwide got on TV because they were in a faction. If WWE had more factions, there'd
I
be.
didn't like Titus Worldwide. Like, I didn't see the point in that.
Styles, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I didn't see the point in Titus Worldwide.
I didn't either, but guess what? It was a faction. And it got him on TV.
A stupid one.
But it got him on TV, and that's what matters. And also, what thing the WWE does that one thing that WWE doesn't do that AEW does is when a storyline's not working, they can it. And they give people reasons for being friends in the first place. How about this, Styles? Why is Matt Riddle and Randy Orton a tag team?
Q, that is a question God himself can't answer. Why did that happen? Who came up with that?
So we're supposed to cheer Randy Orton right now. Randy Orton in this past
You don't need Matt Riddle for that.
Randy Orton in this past year has tried to kill Edge, RKO'd his wife.
And the Fiend.
No, I'm getting to that. RKO'd Beth Phoenix, so RKO'd his wife. Spent 6 months trying to get the title off Drew McIntyre, only for him to finally do it and then lose it the next week. Then burned a man alive. Then threatened to burn a separate girl alive.
RKO'd same girl.
RKO'd same girl.
Then again, the same girl burned his face, so.
Two wrongs don't make it right.
Vomited a whole lot of black blood.
Vomited up a lot of blood. And let's not forget, he punted Matt Hardy, Big Show, Shawn Michaels, and Ric Flair, and Christian in the head. Sent 3 of those 5 to AEW.
That's funny.
All because and all lean up to and then we're supposed to forget all that and cheer him because he's in a tag team with Matt Riddle.
If you're gonna turn Randy face, you don't need another face to do that.
Why are we turning Randy face? We know him as a face doesn't work.
But either way, he's technically a face because he's likable as a heel.
Style, did you liked when he was punting old men in the head?
No.
Because I guarantee you, I did not. And I hated Shawn Michaels more for no selling it, but that's just Shawn being Shawn. Shawn's gonna Shawn.
Shawn's tired.
So I was gonna do this. We're gonna talk about the title of the stream. We're gonna mention it because how long have we been streaming? We're streaming almost an hour and a half, and then talk about this match, and then almost an hour and a half, and then talk about this match. Andrade. So hold on a second. So Andrade got released. He did not have the 90-day no compete clause. So he could have showed up in any company as soon as he got released, but he didn't. his first match
Should have
back.
taken a break for
Yeah, probably.
being at a job for a long time, waiting to be on TV, not doing nothing. We can just be at home,
Yep.
chilling.
So he took a break. First match back against Alberto Del Patron.
Wait, pause.
His first
Who?
match back was against Albert the River.
I thought he was arrested.
So did I. So did I. But no, his first match back was against Alberto El Patron. Let me see.
I thought he was serving life.
Let me see exactly where that match ended up at, sir. I am not about to say. I am about to say my hands are not on a controller. So this match, so according to Wrestling Inc., I love being able to reference things. This match is scheduled for. Let's see. It's scheduled to be in McAllen, Texas, on July 31st. Confirmed by Alberto the River. So that happened. Well, I wasn't. Let me see where I can find what car is this on. Nacion Lucha Libre. The company co-founded by him and Chavo Guerrero will be reopening after shutting down. Hold on. This July 3rd event will also feature, my hand's not on the controller. Will also feature Kalisto, Primo, and Epico.
Oh God. Everybody who got released.
Oh, and here's what they're saying. The Rio, who faces aggravated kidnapping, sexual assault charges for an incident with a woman last October, was scheduled to stand in trials in San Antonio this year, but it's been pushed back to May 3rd.
Yep, that's what I thought. Wait, when?
May 3rd. So this match may not happen. Still may not happen.
That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Okay, so okay. Let me phrase it. Let me phrase that. The trial has been pushed back to tomorrow. Albert the River.
The trial is tomorrow.
Albert the River will most likely be sentenced to jail tomorrow. This match has a 90% possibility of it not happening. And if it doesn't, we may get Andrade versus Chavo Guerrero Jr. for all we know.
Oh God.
All right, so I say all that to say this. Let me look up. So yeah, my bad. I put the remote down, and so also according to Wrestling Inc., I love doing this. Andrade challenged Kenny Omega for the AAA Mega Championship. Which and that's supposed to go down. It's not. There's no date for when it's going to go down. But that is going to happen. His first match will be. Oh no! Okay, that's not even first match. Andrade's first match since leaving WWE will be in Federation Wrestling on June 19th. He will team with. Ooh.
With who?
With Rush. I think that's their family. I don't know if they're cousins or brothers, but I remember they're family. And so see, you don't know about L.I.J. Los Ingobernables de Japón. You don't know about. So do you know about Tetsuya Naito? Styles, are you there?
Oh, what were you saying?
Do you know about Tetsuya Naito?
No.
So, before Andrade came to WWE, he was in a faction with the current Ring of Honor champion, who's going to be tagging with Rush, Tetsuya Naito, and someone else. I can't remember his name. His thing is a big name too, and I can't remember off the top of my head. In Mexico, they got super popular. Tetsuya Naito took the faction's name to New Japan. Andrade got signed to AEW, to WWE, and Rush got signed to Ring of Honor. Two of those three names became world champions in their promotion. So he'll be teaming with him, Bestia Del Ring. That's a stupid name. Hold on a second. Before I say that, let me look up who this person is before I just start saying it's a stupid name. You are a big nigga, sir. I apologize. I apologize respectfully. And a mystery partner to take on Matt Taven. You know who Matt Taven is?
The name sounds familiar.
PJ Black. I know you know who that is.
Yes.
And two other mystery partners. So, Andrade about to take the world by storm back in Mexico. So, but since he's going to be wrestling Kenny Omega, there is a possibility that Andrade shows up in AEW.
I wouldn't mind.
I would not mind either. Especially since, out of all the titles Kenny Omega has, he tends to show off that AAA title in AEW a lot. Especially when fighting Mexican wrestlers. Specifically, Rey Fenix, who he took the title off of in the first place. Who I haven't seen Rey Fenix in a few weeks, and I'm worried. I haven't seen him since. I haven't seen him since their tag match. Their tag title match. Which again, concerning. But this opens up so many doors for Andrade. Like I said, he may take the title off him, and that may be the catalyst for Kenny losing all the titles. Or Andrade can go to New Japan, team back up with Tetsuya Naito, and remake that faction. Who let me actually remember that faction. My hands off the controller. Let me see if I can remember what that faction was. As you pin me, you motherfucker.
My bad.
If I remember how to spell Tetsuya Naito. No, I'm serious.
I just not noticed it was blue versus green. Not supposed to be purple?
I can't spell for shit right now. You said what?
I like how it's blue versus green.
Huh? I'm just not noticing that.
Boy,
Yeah, it was Los Ingonables. See, the reason I'm not switching off the game, because if I start off this game,
yeah,
it's gonna
I know.
it'll stop the stream.
Your Twitch had something happen.
But you consider this the, well, this would be the second to the last main event storyline we were going to be talking about. So Styles, how do you think Andrade is going to take the title off Kenny, or you think Kenny's gonna hold it until he goes to another company and takes their title too?
I'm hoping he can take it off me.
I'm only saying because Kenny, I don't think Kenny's been in um NWA yet, and I and
What King has these belts?
Mickey James' husband still holds that title. I'm sorry, Nick Aldis, I couldn't remember your name. Nick Aldis still holds that
No.
title. And or he can go to New Japan and have a great match with Will Ospreay and take that title off him. Only for him to probably then lose the title back to Kota Ibushi, the only person to ever kick out a one-winged angel. Remember that, Styles. Every time Don Callis or someone says no one's kicked out a one-winged angel, Kota Ibushi kicked out of it once, like um 5 years ago. No, not even that. Like 7, 8 years ago.
I'll keep that in mind.
Because they
Is there anyone else that kicked out of it?
no one else. Then that's true. Um, he faced
It was
Kazuchika.
bad.
He faced Kazuchika Okada during Kenny's run in New Japan, but he didn't kick out. He got a foot on the rope. Logically, that's a great counter for what I was about to do. But yeah, he got his foot on the rope, so it's technically wasn't a kick out. How the fuck did you just pop up like that?
Payback. Speed buff. You have it too. It's the same one.
I don't use that.
Those paybacks are there for a reason. You see how fast I am?
No, I actually didn't notice. So, last thing I want to talk about. Well, actually, first, before that, because I've been talking a lot. So, is there anything you want to talk about?
I'm surprised Taylor Wilde came back.
Because crazy, since Impact moved Thursday, I've missed both the shows.
She came back at Rebellion,
She came back as what?
but had her first match back
Yeah,
Thursday.
she had a verse. Was it Kimberly or Susan? So I saw.
Kimberly.
Okay. Oh, so I know.
Flawless Kimber.
So Su Young made like a quick comeback at Rebellion.
I saw.
She didn't win,
Took out.
which is surprising.
Oh, is her and Rosemary? It's
Huh?
Havoc and Rosemary.
What about having Rosemary?
Are they teaming up now? Because Impact over exaggerating their thumbnail.
Um, I'll need to watch it. I need to watch it because I haven't been watching Impact. It sucked me into that, and that's crazy. Because I really haven't been watching it, so I would not know. But they shouldn't be because Havoc just got out of a tag team with Navaya.
Nevaeh.
Nevaeh. She like, and that's like fresh out. So that feud should be happening. And unless Havoc's going to join Decay, which would be interesting. Side note, that nigga Taurus in Decay,
Bruh.
I've seen Brian Cage do a 619, and I was surprised when he did it. But when I saw that dude do it, I was like, okay, you can have that, sir. I'm pretty sure Crazy Steve can't do that, and Crazy Steve's half his size.
Isn't that crazy?
So, shocking, to say the least. But so I'm saying that to say this. I was just thinking about this since we were talking about factions earlier. Styles, we're gonna end it like this. Name a faction in WWE that you would make and want to see.
Yeah, but what?
Name a faction in WWE that you would make out of wrestlers on the roster.
Oh. That's the thing, though. I wouldn't choose anyone. I would choose like my own people.
Nah, it's gotta be off the WWE roster.
I honestly don't know. I think I would rock by myself. To be
No, not with you in the faction.
yeah, I don't know. Let me make it a fashion. Yeah, I don't know.
You ain't never thought of this before.
No. Oh, I
Uh,
gotta take that move off of Bruno because Bruno has that move.
Styles, I am surprised that you don't have like nobody
Nope.
that have outside. What would the faction have been with you in it? Just take yourself out of it.
I really don't know, Q.
You just said you had an idea. It was just with you in it. So what would it be with you out of it?
Yeah, you answer the question.
Oh, easy. One second. Let me go back and look. Let me go back and look at this roster because I had it up for a second until we started talking about Andrade.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able. I wouldn't know what to tell you about making a faction if it was my own.
People really, what the fuck's a Heritage Cup Championship? Whatever. Anyway, as far as the faction, because as soon as Jay was coming back, that's gonna be a faction. Here's the faction, and this is just to get people on TV. First off, we reunite Cedric Alexander and Ricochet. Because why they're split up in the first place, I have no idea.
Does Cedric enjoying the hurt business?
Yeah, but we all know what happened there. David Otunga is still on this roster. That's funny. This man's a lawyer. Yes.
I will go to Apex or on the home screen so I can hear you. Because the music in the background is just too much. With WWE, I mean. You still streaming?
Yeah. So I was saying, you got those two. Throw in, not, because I just saw him, not Leon Ruff. What is his name in WWE? I think it starts with an I. Throw in Isaiah Swerve Scott. You see where I'm going here.
I think.
And then have your man Malcolm Bivens as the mouthpiece.
Who?
Malcolm Bivens. So in NXT for a few weeks, Malcolm Bivens was being the um he was the manager for. Let me see if I can find him. Rampage Brown's over here. 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna look at that in a second. Let me see if I can find him. It was someone who went for the cruiserweight. Nah, it was someone who went against Timothy Thatcher. WWE is wild petty.
Why do you say that?
Because they gave Vacant a roster spot.
Who?
Vacant.
Who was that?
You don't know the joke. One of the best WWE champions of all time, Vacant?
No bells are ringing.
So do you know what happens when a title is vacated?
Yes.
That means the title is vacant, right?
Yes.
So Vacant has held the title longer than everybody else. Vacant is nobody, but he has the most title reigns ever.
That's sad.
I can't find this nigga name. Kona Reese is still on this roster? I really can't find this dude's name. Is he not in WWE anymore? Did he get released or something? He may have got released. So, I'm gonna end it off. So we're gonna end the stream off on this. So yeah, that would be my faction. Gonna re-team up Ricochet and Cedric with Isaiah Swerve Scott and have Malcolm Bivens as the mouthpiece. Or if you don't want to do that, Ricochet with MSK. And Malcolm Bivens as the mouthpiece.
Let's see.
Ricochet and MSK? Come on.
I can see that.
Ricochet, MSK, and Malcolm Bivens at the mouthpiece. Because the three of them, they can't talk. They can't. Ricochet can't do. Hold on a second. Have you seen Did you see the Ricochet promo that he showed with his car?
No.
I need you to go on Twitter at least once a week.
I do. I just don't. The stuff that comes on my timeline doesn't appear on yours.
Go to Ricochet's Twitter and just look at the video he made about the match that him and Mustafa Ali had on Main Event.
Main Event still come on?
Yes.
Jesus, I thought they canceled that.
No, they just don't show it. No, you wanna know why? You wanna know why you don't know what comes on? Because it's only on Hulu.
I have Hulu.
Then you should be seeing it. Main Event is on Hulu.
I just thought it was just there.
Unless they moved it to Peacock.
Nah, the streaming show should be staying on Hulu.
So I'm gonna need you to go watch that video. It's about 2 minutes.
Later.
It's about 2 minutes.
Later.
In fact, copy that. There you go. No excuses. And we're gonna end it off on this. So you should also notice that the tag team champions for Raw have not been on TV since they won titles at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I noticed.
So, and with no explanation given why, we can only assume that one of them got the Rona. Because otherwise, WWE would have given a reason why they're not on the show. Right?
Say again?
With no explanation given, the only reason why they would not be on the show is because one of them got the 19.
Who got the 19 almost?
One of them probably did. Because, again, they haven't been on the show since WrestleMania. Do you want to know? So they had a... You have a lot of background feedback coming from your mic.
Sorry. I'm moving around. Okay, what?
So they finally interviewed both of them on that WWE The Jump, I think the WWE has.
The bump.
Whatever. Do you want to know why? You want to know the reason AJ said they have not appeared on Raw?
I get the feeling I'm not gonna like it.
AJ said they haven't appeared. AJ said they haven't appeared on Raw because they've been too busy celebrating their title victory in South Africa.
Huh?
They've been too busy celebrating their title victory in Africa. Which I believe Omos is from Africa. So they've been too busy celebrating in Africa, in Omos' homeland. Yep, you heard that right. The reason they haven't been on TV is because they've been in Africa.
I don't even know what to say about that. Like, I'm just speechless. I'm trying to connect the dots, but no.
There's nothing to connect dots. They haven't been holding out because they've been in Africa. There's nothing to connect the dots with there. That's
I don't
just
even want to
saying.
ask questions. Asking questions is just gonna cause more confusion that I don't have time for.
All right, we're gonna end it off there.
I'm just gonna. Never mind.
We're gonna end off this podcast there. How long do we go? As soon as I'm done with it, as soon as we're done with this, it'll be 2 hours. So, Salas, anything to say to the audience?
Not to the audience, but to you. You busy Tuesday? But that's when Apex. That's when the new season of Apex drops.
I do not know what I'll be doing on Tuesday.
We'll see. Nothing to say.
Really? No. Where is this wrestler? Nothing to say about Red Velvet. Nothing at all.
I have too much to say about Red Velvet to put in one video. But we do love Red Velvet.
We?
Meaning me and me.
Alright. I prefer Jade Carlo over Red Velvet, but I'm assuming you don't want to have this conversation right now.
You just...
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, anyone catching us on the VOD, since there's nobody watching in the stream, I believe so. Like, comment, subscribe. Anything else? Follow the Twitter. Follow the Twitter. Follow the Twitter. Sauce, what are they supposed to do?
Follow the Twitter.
Follow the Twitter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out.